Or we can get up during the middle.
Go get me one.
What? Okay.
God, you peasant.
You didn't even have to, but you just did.
What do you want?
Clap sync.
Like, we're supposed to all clap?
No.
No, it's just
Okay.
one.
You can.
You're welcome for that.
It's weird coming back.
You're weird coming back.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the Fun Podcast. You're hosting.
Oh, welcome to this podcast. It's been too
You're
long.
not hosting anymore. Welcome to this Fun Podcast, a podcast that is for fun. We're back. It's been a slight hiatus. We left for the holiday season, and turns out the holiday season lasted till May. But here we are, back at it again. You might notice some new faces. You might notice some
No,
old
it's
faces.
the same old faces.
You're right. Fabio was actually split into two people, and one of them is this one, and the other one is that. I'm Sam. I'm your host this week because Tommy fucked it up. Who are you?
I'm Tommy, who fucked it up.
And this week, we have a very special week. This one. We got two guests on the podcast. Welcome.
Fabio 1, Adam.
And
Fabio Part 2. Emily.
is that your real name?
I'm not sure. I think it's Fabio 2.
Okay,
Pretty
I thought
sure.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is our first time we've had guests, so we're just as nervous as you are. We're way confident. We're experts at this. I did have a topic to start us off, though, to get us rolling.
I don't want to talk about that one. Let's talk about my topic.
Okay. No, take it away. You're hosting.
Oh,
Dude.
are you okay?
You did say you were hosting.
So anyway, I got this topic.
No, it's yours. No, you said last. You talk last.
So, are you actually gonna let me go though?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
I just did something really weird because I was thinking about it.
What'd you do?
You'll see later.
Okay.
Do you mind?
Sorry.
I'm trying to have Sam host over here. So I found out this story. It's quite fascinating. And it was about this. So, okay. Picture yourself, everyone. Imagine you're in China, but you're a Russian man in China.
That's my favorite James Bond movie.
And you are there, and you are about to work on a TV show because you're fluent in Mandarin. Emily, you can open your eyes. You don't have to sit there looking like.
Just kidding.
I had my eyes closed too, dude.
Yeah,
Do I,
what?
wait, do I have to? Do I?
Oh, Adam and I were looking at each other, so I just saw Emily. I just assumed she's the only one. So anyway, I found out about this story about this Russian guy around like mid-20s and stuff, and he is working in China, and he gets picked up on this Chinese game show to be a translator because he's fluent in Mandarin. He starts working on the show and everything, but turns out this Russian man is very, very handsome. So some of the stage hands, forgive me, I did not research this that hard. Some of the stage hands working on the show saw him and were like, dude, you're really handsome. You should just try out to be on the show. And he's like, I guess. And he and I can't remember. I feel like he was tricked, but I don't quite remember 100%. But he ends up on this game show. And this game show is all about, it's basically a reality show. And it's all about becoming, like, basically the winners of the show end up becoming the Chinese version of a K-pop group. Basically, they become a Chinese boy band.
Fuck
Oh
yeah,
my
dude.
God.
Right?
Wow.
That's awesome.
So fast track to stardom.
So pretty soon, this Russian guy all of a sudden realizes is like, "Fuck, this sucks.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate this." So when it comes time, like at the end of the week, you're obviously doing choreography, learning to sing songs the whole time, and then at the end at the end of the week you have your performance where they would kick off contestants. So he gets to the performance and he's just like, I'm just gonna sing really mediocre, I'm not gonna dance very well, and I'm just hoping the judges are like, wow, this guy really sucks, and just gets booted off the show. And so he does that, and the judges are like, wow, he's shitty. But it ultimately didn't come down to the judges of who stayed on the show. It came down to the fans. And guess who loved mediocre Russian man?
I'm guessing everyone.
All of the fans.
Jeez, what?
And they kept.
Wait, how hot is he though? Can I see?
I'll show you later. I'll
Okay,
show you later.
okay.
And they kept. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But they kept this man on for so long that he almost was about to become part of the boy band.
Oh man.
And like thinking this is China without going into politics, probably would have been stuck being in that boy band to make them money. And he did get voted off after months though. After months of being on this game show.
Okay.
How
And that's
long
what he
is
looks
this game show? Aren't game shows only like
That's the
couple
Russian
months?
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid.
Holy, he is.
He's definitely natural blonde.
Yeah.
He looks like
That's
Bass
for
Hunter
sure.
in his old album covers.
Yeah.
Who?
Bass Hunter?
I don't know. Based on
He did the Dota song.
but
I don't know. It's some techno stuff. It's very
not base nectar.
It's very beep boop and yeah, music go fast. But he looks like him in that. I forget the name of the album cover. I can see why
German
people
man
like
gets stuck in China. What's the
Ima-
name of the album?
him. Imagine this guy wins.
Coerced into Chinese boy band.
Coerced.
Like wins, gets in the boy band, and then eventually gets approached by the government. It's just like, yeah, you can't leave. You gotta stay.
So, you say boy band, we say indentured servant.
We'll pay you.
Spooky.
I thought it was hilariously sad.
It's fascinating.
But just the fact that that would be something that would happen on the internet. That something would happen, and society says it shouldn't, but the internet's like, let's make it happen, go, and they just keep it
They
it
just keep the
separate.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's
that-
happened a lot in a lot of some Reddit-driven initiatives and whatnot. I feel like people
the whole
do that kind of
stock
stuff.
market.
Stock market thing.
Oh yeah, to the moon.
To the moon.
I will
Is that
not
still?
sell.
I don't know if we want to talk about that, but is that still going to the moon? Is that was the last?
They will probably have a loyal. I just go on Reddit and like the front page. I'm not really digging.
I look for memes.
Yeah.
So does he.
So I keep
8
seeing.
a.m. baby every day.
I mean, there's always something on the front page about the fucking GameStop.
Use your words. Use your words.
GameStop stonks.
Nailed it.
20 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, there's always something. So I think there's people still holding out, and a lot of people got a lot of money.
Cool.
The biggest thing is they're trying to get crypto. They're trying to get Dogecoin. The
I've heard
cryptocurrency.
Dogecoin is like.
They're trying to get that to
A couple
come.
of my friends are into that now.
Yeah, can you does anyone actually know what that's about?
No.
Not
I don't.
really.
Yeah.
Not
Cryptocurrency
really.
in general, or just that one?
Just the Doge, like what? Why now?
I think people were like, "That's funny," and then some people invested, and then as soon as I think it was inspired by the GameStop.
I think it was. I
They
think
were like,
just
if we all
this
throw money at it, it'll go up, and if it goes up enough, then the mainstream will pick it up as real, and then they'll make more money. So
I mean, it's not like a bad idea. Like,
I think
in a very whiteboard like general sense, it's a good idea.
So it's
Makes
almost,
sense, but-
it's almost like people are dictating like the market just based off of pure irony. Like, wouldn't it be ironic if this happened?
Yeah,
mean, if
it's
enough
like
people throw
internet
money
trivia.
at
the
it.
power
like-
of the population and the people kind of thing. I mean, that's kind of like why some Kickstarters just like, don't end up making a whole lot of traction. Then some stuff hits critical mass. And I feel like every Kickstarter I've looked at, I find out about it from a different channel, like someone posted on Discord or something like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Maybe I should back it. I go and look, they got a $300,000 goal and are at like 3 million or something like that.
Kickstarter is crazy, dude. People make. Speaking of which, you know that board game that I showed you the other week, the X-Men board game.
yeah.
That is apparently the 7th most successful Kickstarter fundraiser of all time.
Damn.
Uh-huh. I don't know. Here's the thing. That was like an article title. I don't know if that's actually like completely real, but I don't know. Here's the thing.
mean,
I don't know if it's
probably.
like this was like a board game that was like X-Men themed. That was like a spin-off of like a Marvel themed board game. It was basically like a big expansion that was kind of like a sequel, but I don't know if that was based on like it definitely like wasn't the amount of money they made, because I've seen Kickstarters make like way more money than that, but it was like, I think it was like the starting amount versus like how many backers funded it versus how much each backer like put into the project, because it didn't seem like it had that many people going into it, but they made like a crazy amount more than they asked for. I think they only asked for like $230,000 and they definitely made like millions, like
Well,
millions.
I do think a lot of those Kickstarters, at least the ones based off of like games and literature that already exist, sometimes get pretty hefty backs from the original content creators. Because I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
Oh, like I
Well,
make
you have to get the rights in order to do that to begin with. So you already have like their blessing essentially. So
I think that's how the Darkest Dungeon one started off, if I'm not mistaken. I forget if it's
franchise monies.
I forget which company made the Darkest Dungeon.
how hard is it to get rights to a franchise?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Especially something like X-Men. Like, what?
Well, it's like
Well, it's a Kickstarter too. Like
Yeah.
we could open a Kickstarter.
I do
page.
have a story.
Stay tuned.
I could use my board game.
Yeah, you were talking about building a board game, but what if you like all of a sudden wanted to theme it after Lord of the Rings or something? How hard is it to get the rights to those characters?
Oh,
I guess it's like as hard as any. You
Is
need
it a flat-
investors, right? But the investors probably have to like be in tandem with the company that owns whatever property you're trying to get.
But not with Kickstarter. Or do
Well, but that's
you-
the thing. You need
Well,
like
depends on it's based on media, I guess, right? Rather. if it's-
this is so outside my realm of knowledge. I have no fucking clue.
Well, I will say the one thing I do know is when X-Wing was trading hands between the two companies that names are escaping me right now, they had to go get contract rights from Lucasfilm Games, I think was the parent company that had the ownership of it, which is obviously part of the Mouse House, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently that's like a very tedious process, and it took them some order of like 6 months or something like that to secure the rights. And then once they got it, the minimum contract was like 4 years plus, something like particularly binding. So I feel like it kind of scales depending upon the size of the company. That's probably a very obvious statement. So don't laugh at me. You're already laughing. This has gone terribly.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's probably like anything, right? Like, if they see a business opportunity, it's like, oh, this thing will probably make us at least a little bit of money, or like at least return on investment. They'll probably like just give you the rights. But also, like, some people are really stingy about that kind of thing.
No.
looking
Like
in-
Nintendo.
looking a quick Google search, I ended up on Quora, and Stephanie V said if you wanted to be the manufacturer of a Star Wars licensed product, then in that case you need to license, which will entail engaging with the licensing department at Walt Disney Company.
That sounds like the hardest thing ever.
That sounds like the scariest phone call
Yeah.
of like your life.
Yeah, and then they send you like an application, and then you have to like very intricately detail everything that you are using the characters for, which makes sense.
Well, there's a lot of breach of, well, not necessarily breach, but like proprietary information that also comes from that. Another story from X-Wing: they released the TIE Silencer, which was Kylo Ren's TIE fighter in the second of the new trilogy, I think.
Yeah. Real quick, sorry to interrupt you. For those of you who don't know, X-Wing is like a Star Wars like board like tabletop game.
Probably should have started off with that, right? Rather
That's
than
cool,
just
it's cool.
okay, whatever.
Lots
They,
of real
we,
tiny
we explained it.
There's plastic ships. They're cool. It's great.
Yes.
But yeah, they released the TIE Silencer before the trailer had come out for the second film, which I just cannot remember the name.
That wasn't right.
I know. Yeah.
Last Jedi.
Why do they gotta do? Wait, hang on. Derailed. Why do they gotta call like the second movie in a trilogy the last something?
Because
Change it
it's
back
all
on.
about the fall, and then it's the rise, baby.
I don't know, Tommy. Why the face?
She's right, dude.
This is my podcast, Emily.
Coming out swinging. It's Fabio 2's podcast.
Yeah.
This is Adam's podcast. How dare you?
No, his name is Fabio 1.
gotta get it right.
Okay, well,
We
I'll
should
never
get
get
name
it.
tags or something that might
We
help.
should, yeah,
For
that'd be
future
helpful.
guests, and depending upon
Future
if they're
guests,
Fabio
yeah.
1 or Fabio.
You guys got off light, by the way. We said whenever we had guests on here, we were gonna make them do Nosh City with us, and we don't have a Nosh City lined up.
You
so
have
you guys
something
are
for
fucking
me to
lucky.
eat, I can.
We got Funyuns.
What are you talking about? I would totally be part of Nosh City.
I know you.
guys-
Oh, thank you.
You guys,
We fucked it.
Tommy, did
Just
it
smack
again.
it. Yeah.
Well, anywho, yeah. So you guys owe us a notch. You have to come back and
Yeah.
do something stupid with us.
We
Probably
should do
something
the
gross.
meta gel.
Yes, we should do the meta gel. That's one of my ideas I've written down.
Oh wait, we didn't get to choose. That was the stipulation, wasn't it?
Oh, that was the stipulation. Yeah, you're
That's
right.
what I was gonna say. Star Wars. The Bad Batch came out.
Oh,
did-
yes.
yes.
Did you see Clone Wars?
Like
The show?
Yeah, the animated
show?
series. Yeah.
The 3D animated one? Okay, I couldn't get into it, man.
I
It's-
tried to.
I got 6 episodes in and I was like, this is decent, and then I just never went back.
Oh, I don't know a whole lot about Star Wars.
Oh my
but
gosh, I know where
there's
she's going.
there's this one day where we were talking about Ahsoka Tano, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for some reason I couldn't think of her name, so I said, "Remember that one cool character from Mandalorian, Ahsoka Toa?"
Like the geometry?
I'm just sitting there like,
and I'm like,
Adam, I
what?
could like see the X-ray of like your heart just like dong.
But then it gets worse. I'm like, wait, that's like, she was like, kind of like Chicago way out, right?
Chicago way? You were so close, and then you were so...
I just like went way off.
I think I was like sitting in bed at this point, and at that point I just kind of rolled off and just, oh
You
no.
rolled out, and then rolled out of the room.
And then rolled out of the house and slept on the lawn.
But
Oh,
that
no.
was the hardest I have
You were
laughed
really
in
close,
a
though.
long time.
Nice.
Oh, that is so
Emily
goddamn
says
funny.
it, and she's like, I know this is wrong. How do I bounce back? Sigourney Weaver.
Spouting names with an S.
Sacagawea, shit! Oh, damn it. Okay, so
That's okay. I don't know her last name, in all fairness. So if you said Ahsoka Tano and I was there, I would have been like, yeah, Emily, what
Yeah,
Star Wars
The
fan.
prominent Jedi, yeah, of course.
Speaking of Star Wars and the Empire, let me ask you guys a question. Who is the leader of our country?
Is this a trap?
Yeah,
No,
what?
it's not. It's not. It's not.
President Biden.
President Biden. President Joseph Biden.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's a trap.
Who... What kind of government are we run under?
Democracy.
We're democracy. We're a democracy, and at the head of that democracy is Joseph Biden. President Joseph Biden. Shut up, Tommy. Shut the fuck up, Tommy.
Where is this going?
When does the trap come in? Go ahead.
You guys are completely right. But that's only because you don't know how fucking wrong you are. We, like it, here's the thing. You guys are just victims of circumstance. Like all of us American sheep. Did you guys know that the United States of America is actually the Empire of America? Did you know that we are an empire and we have had an emperor? There was an
What?
emperor of the United States of America.
When?
Let me tell you guys a little story. It's about a man
Segued.
named Emperor Joshua Abraham Norton. This was a man, he was...
I loved him in Fight Club.
Oh, god damn you.
I hope in real life he was also wrinkly and could shoot lightning from his
This
That's
man...
what you get when you become an emperor. It wasn't the Sith, it was the
crown on your
emperor.
head.
Okay. So this man, he is... I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up real quick here. He
Sort of a
was...
trap.
He was a businessman. I believe he was...
Sam did his research. We do our research here. We take pride in it.
Like any good college paper.
Okay, here's the thing. He was a businessman. He lived his early life in South Africa. He's I believe of English descent, but he lived in South Africa. He migrated to America after apparently
Russia.
his parents.
What year are we?
He sailed west after the death of his mother in 1846 and his
Okay.
father in 1848.
Okay.
So, the 1840s, this man arrives in America. He's a businessman. He tried to make a killer deal investing in Peruvian rice. Long story short, he invested all of his money. He lost all of it. The guy's in poverty. He's at the end of his rope. He doesn't succumb to his situation like you would, you weak bitch. He instead decides that he's just gonna be the Emperor of America. And so he doth decree alone with no counsel that he is the Emperor of America. At this point, he is living in San Francisco, California. And he just kind of goes around and tells people he's the Emperor. And here's the thing. Some people fucking believed him. He did not recognize the US dollar as the real currency of the Empire of America. This is fully real. He invented
I
his
believe
own
it.
currency that local shops that he frequented actually took in and converted to US currency. He had followers. No formal legal power or political power, but he had followers that recognized his authority as the Emperor of America. This was a real man who existed, and then he died in an alleyway.
What? That's the ending?
Okay.
How many followers do you have?
I don't know. So let me get some details here. You guys can vamp while I'm reading a little bit more.
Is this like the genesis of like cults and stuff, or
Most people apparently thought he was just some crazy dude, but a lot of people, here's the thing, he sent like letters to newspapers and to like official government like people, like officials, and apparently he, like, one of his big like positions was he really wanted a bridge or a tunnel connecting San Francisco to Oakland. And I think, I'm not sure if that bridge, I don't know shit about geography or California, so it might have gotten built. It might not have. I don't fucking know. But he's got a statue now. That's pretty cool.
Wait, what?
More than I
What?
have.
Wait,
Okay.
so he's basically a cult leader, and you got a statue
Yeah.
built of him?
10,000 people came to his funeral.
Holy-
10,000 people.
know 10,000
He made an
people.
influence. People apparently made like a pretty good amount of money, like selling like figurines and like statues of him in like souvenir shops and
shit.
shit.
All right.
this is what happens when information doesn't flow freely from place to place. I feel like this kind of stuff is easy to get away with.
Well, especially the 1840s when your town was your
Your world. It's
what's
your
they
world.
called echo chamber. Your town is your echo chamber.
This is awesome. By 1859, Norton had become completely discontented with what he considered the inadequacies of the legal and political structures of the United States. On September 17th, 1859, he took matters into his own hands and distributed letters to various newspapers in the city proclaiming himself Emperor of these United States. At the contemporary request and desire of a large majority of the citizens of these United States, I, Joshua Norton, formerly of Algoa Bay, Cape of Good Hope, and now for the last 9 years and 10 months past of San Francisco, California, declare and proclaim myself Emperor of these United States, and in virtue of the authority thereby in me vested, do hereby order and direct the representatives of the different states of the Union to assemble in Musical Hall of this city on the first day of February next, then and there to make such alterations in existing laws of the Union as may ameliorate the evils under which the country is laboring, and thereby cause confidence to exist both at home and abroad in our stability and integrity. Quote, Norton the First, Emperor of the United States.
I mean, it sounds
Whoa,
official.
whoa, whoa, hang on. Where do you get off calling yourself the first?
He's the first
He's the
emperor.
first emperor of the United
Oh,
States.
I thought you meant the first in his bloodline.
He might
I
have
was like,
kids.
I don't have
I don't
sons
know.
yet, but when I do, I will be the first. So I'm just preemptively throwing the title on.
So did he just go to a library and just was like looking through every single book to be like, was there any emperors at all in the history of this country? And he just can't find anything. He's turned over every book. The librarian's like, I don't have anything else for you, sir. And he's like, by God, this has never been done before.
No one's
See?
ever thought to proclaim themselves emperor.
Adam, you missed one small detail. He actually found a hand mirror in the library. Pulled it up.
That's all he found. He was there for like 45 seconds.
This is like the first situation where someone BS'd a job interview and got the job. It's a lot easier when you're interviewing yourself, I guess.
Yeah, and the job is it's like
Yeah.
make believe.
Hello, me.
Me.
Would you like this job? Me? Of course I would.
Of course, I'll take it.
He tried to declare abolition of the Democratic and Republican parties in 1869.
Right, because they
Wow.
threatened him, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
This guy was for real, huh?
This guy meant business. He was very involved
No,
in
Sam
like
made it up,
Here's the
actually.
thing. He tried very hard to like be of influence, but Norton, my guy, my man, you can't just like be emperor unless you like take over shit. You just kind of like said it one day, which is, here's the thing, taking over shit is rude. So that was like a pretty cool guy move.
Well, I mean, 10,000
But-
is a lot of 10,000 people at your funeral alone is a lot of people.
He was like a
If
big,
it
he was like a
sm-
big guy in San Francisco in the day. Like he was like that eccentric dude that everybody like kind of like wanted to see while they were there.
Oh, you mean kind of like the naked bike lady, like an Ashland?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
He was like
Yeah.
Dancing Mike in Corvallis.
Or Dancing Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
the statue guy here in Portland?
Yes,
I wonder how that guy's doing.
he's probably got. I mean, he doesn't have like a I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. He's a statue. I don't know.
Well, no, you know who's more notable in Portland is the Unipiper.
Oh, the Unipiper.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Unipiper. I forgot that guy's here. Yeah.
Yeah. Last we saw him was Beer Fest 2020. No, it was not 2020.
2019, probably.
Yeah.
Oh no, probably 2018. No. Oh man, dude.
How long have we been dating?
Pandemic is.
A year and a half. So it
Yo.
would have been 2019 then, because we went like
Dude.
after we started- Yeah.
I was just about to segue too, so this might be good.
This is great. So, during Norton's reign, he sent multiple letters to, I'm going to butcher this, Kamehameha the Fifth.
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha. You've seen Dragon Ball Z.
Hama hama nuka nuka
Apawaha. Yes. I didn't.
I love
I've
both
never
those
seen
Star
that
Wars
spelled out.
characters.
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha, right next to Mount Wanahakaluki.
Careful, dude.
Right next to Lake Titicaca. Okay, so he sent multiple letters to Kamehameha V, the king of Hawaii at the time, regarding an estate in Hawaii. Near the end of his reign, Kamehameha would refuse to recognize the democratic U.S. government, instead opting to only recognize Norton as sole leader of the United States.
Oh, shit.
So Hawaii was fucking in,
Hawaii was
dude.
ready.
They were into the
on.
empire.
Oh man, Kamehameha was all in.
Kamehameha was
Yeah.
General Grievous,
Yes.
and he was into the empire.
He was also known for his forearms.
His forearms and whirling lights.
He was called Kamehameha V. 4 of those numbers were accounting for his arms.
So if you played Civ 5,
I played Civ 4.
I played Civ 5.
the leader of the Polynesians is King Kamehameha. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's the 5th, but
That's cool.
Just one of them.
I just clicked in my head.
The last time.
I have one more thing. Sorry.
I'm
It's
sorry.
related to Queen Victoria. Does that help?
Also in Civ 5.
No, actually, I'll be quick. The last time I played Civilization, I was like, man, I haven't played Civilization. I really want to play this. And I sat down. It was when I was in college. So I like finished up my day. I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna play a quick game of Civ, which is a mistake. But I was
You
like,
could never play a quick game of Civ.
I know, but I was
Civ
a
is
fool.
like a fucking.
I was
that's
but a
day.
boy then. Anywho, I sat down and I was like, I'll beat this and be done maybe like around 10, or stop early and be done around 10. And I played it. I lost against computers. And I looked at the clock and it was like 3 in the morning. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm sad, I'm tired, and I went the fuck to bed. Anyway,
I feel like that's the only way to end a Civ game, really.
I wanted to win. I played against computers because normally I just play with friends.
I think
So it
you're
was the first
saying
time
the
I played
tired
against
part.
computers, and I
Yeah.
got walloped. I'm not good at that game.
So,
I'm not
well,
either.
the computers in that game. You were gonna segue, or no? You were gonna segue.
Yeah, it's,
Should I say the thing about the
You segue, and then Sam's gonna go
Yeah,
after
I'll
me.
finish after you. Yeah.
Civ 5? There's a very detailed chart of the difficulties. The higher difficulty CPUs in the game literally just cheat and start with like more resources and more like it's.
well, I didn't
yeah.
play on the hardest difficulty, but yeah, okay.
What are you, a pussy?
That's good
You're
to know.
supposed to just tell me, oh yeah, I'm playing on DD. I'm the best there is.
I am a DD.
But you're not an emperor.
You're not an
It's
emperor.
true. Just, I mean, what's the point of living if you're not? Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I just have a little bit more to talk about.
Oh,
Emperor
yeah, no,
Norton.
you have Queen and Queen
This is
Victoria.
important, you guys. This is our history. This is the history of our empire. So apparently Emperor, I'm sorry. He's not a lowly king. Emperor Norton, throughout his reign, wrote Queen Victoria multiple letters suggesting that they could get married to strengthen ties between their nations. This would ultimately prove futile, as the queen would never respond.
Might as well swing
She
for
left
the
that
fences.
motherfucker on red, dude!
Oh, shit, ghosted.
Man,
Ghost
he
in the
almost,
Shade.
he almost conquered like the whole world.
Also,
You already got the title of emperor.
I
Might as well
know.
keep going. See what else you can get.
apparently...
He had Hawaii. He basically had the whole world.
Yeah.
No, I just get England.
No, that's pretty much it. Apparently, he decreed himself as the protector of Mexico when it was invaded by French Emperor Napoleon III, but then he revoked it, saying it is impossible to protect such an unsettled nation.
Ooh,
Okay.
bit
And
insensitive.
they beat the French,
What does
and that was
what
Cinco de
does a
Mayo.
protector of a nation even mean? Like,
Flies around firing Kamehameha.
You know in Napoleon Dynamite where he hands the guy the lanyard and he's like, Pedro offers you his protection? And then Pedro's cousins drive by in that sick lowrider? Basically that, but the 1860s.
okay,
In countries.
countries.
They're just riding on ponies. That's the equivalent of a lowrider back then.
Except the ponies like are kind of like squatty and like bent.
And then can extend their legs and
Do the sweet like.
And when they open their mouths, sick beats come out.
Sweet.
Are we done with this topic?
Anyways, yeah, that's the story of Emperor Norden.
That was
I would
really
like to say
fascinating.
that I think it's time to bring about the second emperor.
Are you going to challenge Joseph Biden?
No, I could never lay claim to being emperor. I'm just saying, Arnold, now's your time for that sweet comeback.
Not to dip into politics.
Arnold? Did you say, did he die?
Oh,
Schwarzenegger?
No, I didn't know that's who you were
Did he
referencing. My
die?
bad. I thought you were referencing the same. I honestly forgot the name already.
No, Norton.
Yeah.
No, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Governor of California, the Emperor of the United States.
Caitlyn Jenner's running for
I heard about that.
Wait, what?
governor of California. Some California
I think
position.
it's governor.
Okay.
So they're just gonna keep getting celebrities getting into politics.
It
Will
worked once.
Smith also mentioned trying to get into politics. The
That
Rock.
would be so cool.
The Rock has been teasing going into
Oh, The Rock?
into the presidency.
Oh,
Can you smell
Emperor Rock. Could you guys imagine if we were a
Rock.
nation where we could actually say our leader is Emperor Rock? America's already really big dick.
Yeah.
That would be like biggest dick.
There was an SNL skit of The Rock playing as Barack Obama.
Barack Obama?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
It's like
Dwayne Barack.
he just like gets angry and he kind of is supposed to be like the
Sure.
Hulk version of Obama. And when he doesn't like what people are saying, he throws them out windows.
Sweet.
I imagine that's what him being emperor would resemble.
A lot of people flying from windows.
An elbow drops from the top ropes.
But it's the people's elbow.
The people's
By the
elbow.
people, for the people.
We don't want someone else's elbow. We want the people's elbow.
This is a democracy, after all. Just kidding, it's a fucking empire. And none of you knew!
I
My
learned
elbow
something
went through
today.
checks and balances. All right. Cool.
There was something that you wanted to segue to probably about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, dude, I don't remember.
We were
that.
talking about Ahsoka Tangent or whatever.
Ahsoka
Ahsoka
Tandem.
Tella.
Tangent.
Ahsoka tangent.
And then we went on a tangent.
Well, I mentioned the Bad Batch, and I didn't know if anyone knew that was good or heard anything.
I've heard it's good from Duncan.
I heard that Boba Fett's like homie, the sniper lady from The Mandalorian, she's in the Bad Batch, but it's like animated. So
What's her name
if you
again?
want to see more animated characters crossover,
She voiced Mulan.
Fen, something Fen, Fennec.
Is it Fen Rao?
No, Fen Rao. I'm surprised you remember that. Fen Rao's a Mandalorian fighter in X-Wing that she played and whooped my ass with.
Nice.
I remember
You can
some
grab another one.
things.
I know that was empty. I saw that.
It's not empty. There's a tiny.
Then why'd
bit
you
left.
put it down?
Because I'm.
I
drinking
cheersed you.
it.
That's sacrilege.
I'll cheers you. If
It's
you
true.
Thank you. You cheers.
I just want to be involved
and you
in
have
the
to
cheers
drink. If you don't, you have to chug the whole thing.
What if I was doing like the thing in Flip Cup where you go?
Are we playing Flip Cup right now, Emily?
We
I thought we
could
were doing a
be.
podcast.
I would not
That be
flip
insane.
this.
I'm gonna flip this
Better
right
not.
now.
now
Make Emily flip the fucking
as
table.
the empire of this podcast.
Oh, Emperor Emily. We are a free nation here in the podcast. we separate from
I
these
will
United
overthrow
States.
this podcast democracy.
Yo, you gotta call it these podcasts now because that's the proper terminology.
I like how we told them we're like, oh yeah, we keep it kind of light. We don't really talk about politics, and we've already talked about the Chinese government and the status
empire.
of the empire and democracy.
Rules are just guidelines, right?
True.
Not in this empire, bitch.
I haven't heard shit about the Bad Batch. I'm stoked for that fucking Obi-Wan show though. Ewan McGregor is a jewel.
Big agree.
A jewel, a gem. Nice diamond bracelet, that guy. He's not in enough shit. He just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. He did
was
like
in
Train
the-
Spotting 2,
He's in The Shining too.
The Shining 2,
What's
and
that movie
Birds
called?
of Prey. And that was about
Oh
it.
yeah, he was in Birds of Prey.
He was the best part about that movie.
I would agree.
Oh, he did actually really. Yeah, he did a really good job.
No, the best part of Birds of Prey. Wait, was that? I think it was the egg sandwich. That's where the egg sandwich was.
I started making a lot of breakfast sandwiches after that.
Dude, that egg sandwich in that movie.
Have you made it? Have you had it?
I mean, it's fairly
I just
basic.
started making egg sandwiches because they're fucking delicious. What are you
Fucking
talking about?
smart, dude.
It's just it's a
Smart
basic
move.
egg sandwich, but like the way that they film it, they've got like all these nice like lens flares and like
Oh,
slow
yeah.
cuts of the eggs.
There's
cracking.
something about using like Hollywood, like Warner Brothers money for getting shots of an egg sandwich.
If a
sandwich.
scene can make me hungry and hard in the same scene, that's a good scene.
That's
That's
a good ass scene right there.
That's a good
That's a
scene.
good ass scene right there.
this quality scene.
Well, I hate to derail it. Eggs as a food, pretty medium.
You're gonna fuck yourself
Pretty
right now.
medium?
Pretty medium.
Are you
eggs
kidding
are
me?
eggs are.
Eggs
I'm
are the
off and
kings.
on with eggs. Sometimes
Eggs-
I'll have eggs like every day, and then I'm just like eggs sounds gross. I'm gonna eat anything else for breakfast.
Eggs are the perfect balance between protein and cholesterol. Fight me.
Yeah, I
What are your
agree. I was just gonna say, why do you hate everything I love?
Why do you hate Adam, dude?
Yes, exactly.
Dude, I love Adam, so you gotta start talking to
Came
Emily
all
about
the way out
that.
of here and getting all this hate. I would say eggs are probably best looked at like a canvas for you to paint
Well,
your
thank you.
breakfast.
I'm glad you.
That's
I'm
the
glad
thing.
you say
Ooh,
that.
Eggs,
I
eggs
like
are like
that.
so good. Like
the most
you can
refined
do
thing I've said all
fucking
week.
anything with eggs, dude.
No, you have to do something with eggs.
No, you don't.
If you pretty much just have eggs like by themselves, a little salt
It's
is
fine.
it's
You're-
just
No, no,
Plain.
no,
You've
no, no.
never had a
Here's-
society
so
scrambled eggs.
Eggs are fine plain.
I mean, I
but you know
have,
what's not fine plain? That your brother does all the time?
pasta.
Pasta! Plain pasta!
I will have you know, I
What
haven't done
is
that for
that?
like a month and a half.
Well, hang on,
and a
Emily.
half.
Stop playing. There's butter and salt on it. I'm a child.
Oh my god.
Hang on, Emily. How would you have your bread? With a little bit of butter on it?
Usually,
put a little
you gotta
salt
put a
in that
little
bread?
butter, and if you want to make it real good, you just put some garlic on there.
Oh, do you like that
Yeah.
Florence bread
But,
bullshit? Like the unsalted Florentian traditional bread. Do you know about that?
I was gonna defend Sam, and he totally just overrode that conversation. Anywho, pasta is bread. You can have it with just butter and salt.
Yeah, but
Hey,
sometimes he
thank
wouldn't
you.
even put butter in it.
That's not.
I'm
I've never.
pretty
I have
sure.
No. I have never had. That is fucking disgusting. I've never had plain ass pasta. That is a false accusation, and I resent that statement.
I'm sorry.
That is some garbage.
I
Here's the
think
thing. I would do
butter-
butter and salt a lot. Never plain. Plain also doesn't like. It's like tacky. Like there's no like. You gotta have something to moisten the pasta.
You do.
Anywho, pasta sauce is like $1 at the store,
Yeah,
so
I would
you're fine.
agree.
Or you're not fine.
I got
but
big
you're
nostalgia for that butter noodles, dude.
Fine. But back to that. Florence, Italy, they don't put salt in their bread.
That's right. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
the stuff that crumbles like cardboard. It pretty much is cardboard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty plain.
I don't know why they do that.
Well, because you're
hate
supposed to
bread.
add it. You're supposed to like dip it in olive oil or like put tapenade on it. But it's like
Right.
I just want to eat fucking bread. It's bread. You don't need to do anything
It's
with bread.
good if it's like bruschetta. You got
Well, yeah, but that's bruschetta. But like a lot of times at like the restaurant, it's just bread.
right. You're
It's
right.
like, fuck you.
But they give you like a shit ton of bread. Like
That's true.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
but
flavorless.
it's just
like Olive Garden.
but like there's a ton of it. Like I don't know what it is there, but yeah, you're right. You know what? You got all that tasty good shit. Otherwise, you got
true.
all that
It's hard to
pasta.
complain.
You got the pizza.
You got the vino.
Exactly. You don't
Yeah,
really.
but they put salt in all that. Why don't they just put it in the bread too?
They do not put salt in the vino, dude.
Oh, not the
Gross.
vino.
It's just for decoration, really. Probably.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
It's
Bread-
100% for decoration.
You can have a table, but a table with bread on it though. That's a good looking table, right?
A table with nothing
It
on it
completes-
just kind of looks like
That's just a
shit.
fucking
it's just an
table.
empty table. I don't want to sit there, but a table with bread.
That's inviting.
And a table with bread, candles.
Oh, bread, candles, and a glass of red. That's a table a guy want to fucking sit at.
Same scene. Hungry, happy, hard.
But you're,
That's a
you're,
good scene.
you're just gonna do hungry, hungry hippo. But
That would have also been good.
3 H's.
That's what
Triple H.
That's what Triple H is.
Happy, hungry, and hard.
They're just
no.
revealing his name. They're like, oh, we can't say that on the air. He's like, why not? What's the problem?
We're just gonna call you Triple H. I accept this.
He goes out to all his friends like, what'd they say? They didn't like it.
But we compromised.
And then he just pulls out big block letters.
Fucking wait, okay. I wanted to bring up something before we got on the pasta tangent.
Is it nuclear pasta?
Nuclear.
No, but we should
pasta.
talk about nuclear pasta. Tommy,
Oh boy.
I was there.
well, let me tell you something about nuclear pasta. Nuclear
what was that in
pasta
relation
is
to again?
It's the stages of degradation of a neutron star.
Wow, you remember
That's
that
cool.
very clearly.
Because
It's
cool.
nuclear pasta, dude.
So wait, the degradation of neutron star is star collapsing,
Pretty much dying.
and so that's just the density and the point of matter is it becomes.
It's the level
neutron
of
pasta.
breakdownage. They take like 3D imprints of like the structure and what it looks like, and it
But
looks
they have like all these.
fusilli and shit.
Yeah, they're like there's the spaghetti phase, the lasagna phase, and then there's like just the cheese phase.
That's why it's
Yeah.
called nuclear pasta.
Oh yeah.
When you have the picture side to
I mean,
side, you really
For the audience, I don't know if you can see that. It's
don't know if
basically a
we'll
little
see it.
ball
We
of
can
pasta
post a
noodles
picture.
and a little ball of magma star.
It is apparently 10 times stronger than steel, which is, I don't know if this is actually true, because I'm assuming it's mostly theoretical matter.
It's got to be stronger than that, right?
I mean, I would have
Well,
presumed.
neutron stars are like extremely dense.
That
Well,
probably
is
said
that-
10
is
million
that even the-
times stronger than
Okay,
steel.
that
Let
sounds
me-
a little close.
Allow me to check my source, which is Google Images.
Reputable.
It's not 10 million. It's 10 billion.
Oh, that's all. Pussy numbers.
A little bit different.
I mean, why did I
Just
even
a
bring
few
that up in the
zeros.
first
A few fractions off of 10.
Hey, a
Oh.
few zeros is technically nothing, so you basically nailed the number.
I think
That's true.
I think it was a part in Satisfactory.
Yeah, so it was a part of your game, and you're
Yeah,
explaining
and I saw
nuclear
that, and that's why I
pasta.
looked it up, and yeah.
And I was
Interesting.
making a big deal out of it because I'm like, the
It's a big
fuck
deal.
is
People
nuclear
should know
pasta?
about nuclear pasta.
I mean, the phases alone, like the fusilli phase, the lasagna phase,
These
the
are real.
fettuccine phase,
The
yeah.
bucatini
the
phase.
bucatini phase. There's like, wasn't there a gnocchi phase or something like
There
that?
definitely was.
This
There,
is all real, by the way.
And
There's,
there-
a, there's
You can look
also a
it up.
couple phases that like aren't pasta, right?
there's like a
it's
cheese one. It literally Swiss cheese or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
Swiss cheese phase. That was
yeah.
it. It looks like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Question:
Yes.
do they put salt in it?
I mean, I would hope so. Otherwise, you've got some bland
Dude.
nuclear pasta.
That
Or do
neutron.
they put red sauce on it, or are they just a psycho?
That neutron star
Well,
is
let's
dying.
get back on task, Emily.
Dude, that neutron star is dying. You best believe he's salty about it. Bad joke. I hope we get to the point in physics where like all matter is just named after some kind of pasta.
That sounds great. We should keep doing that. That would make classes a lot
If
more
you
interesting.
think about it, a helix
It would
is
be.
kind
It
is
would
a
definitely.
twist, so it's kind of like fusilli or like a corkscrew pasta.
You know, it'd be cool if they like actually.
I'm just saying, dude. The foundation of the universe is pasta. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if like all your science classes were like you talked about all the different types of pasta phases and whatnot, and then like it was like bring your pasta phase to school kind of thing, then I would actually like I think I'd actually be a science major at that
We
point.
already made enough diagrams with pasta back in school anyway when we were younger.
Sounds like-
Might as
yeah.
well just start naming stuff after it.
I was gonna say it sounds like an elementary school project. That would be a fun like. That's what when you said that to me the first time, I was like, that would have been a really fun like high school project. Like I have to do a presentation on something sciencey, and you're like, I'm gonna talk about the pasta
But-
neutron star. And
So, I guess, I don't know, I have a story from when I was a lot younger that kind of bummed me out. They don't really like super complex sciencey projects in, like, at least in elementary school. When I was in elementary school, I did a project on the difference between potential and kinetic energy. And I
I
did
don't
it.
even think I know what that is now.
Kinetic energy is energy like energy of motion. Potential energy is like energy built up like before. I'm trying to use like really shitty layman terms, but it's like before movement occurs.
Yeah, like another way to think of it is that, like, I did it with a roller coaster which had like little marbles at the time. So if a ball is at the top of a hill and it's not moving, it has a lot of potential energy because its capacity to create motion and, well,
It's at the top and it's like teetering, so
Yeah.
it's gonna move, so it has potential energy. But then when it's moving, it's kinetic energy.
anyway, point is, did a big old presentation on this. Literally went to my mom's university at the time and like interviewed a professor there. and had this super cool like board with the roller coaster there and whatnot. And when I brought it into the science fair, they told me I had to take stuff off of it because it was too complex and edging out everyone else's projects.
Sounds like a bunch of dumbass kids
Yeah.
were
We
mad at
did-
you flexing on them.
Did this in elementary school?
That's a lot.
I was like eating crayons.
yeah.
I mean, I did that too.
They, you know, in elementary school, they
There were
kept-
more marbles on this roller coaster, but I kept eating them. Sorry, Emily, go ahead.
in elementary school, I would fall out of my chair so much that they would just like take my chair away.
Did you
Ew.
did you just have to stand?
Yes, sometimes I just had to stand.
Wait, why were you falling out of your
You
chair?
were leaning back,
Just
weren't
like,
you?
I was just like,
You're trying to be a cool
What?
kid.
I fell again. Shit.
That's what I remember from elementary school.
Falling.
Is that it?
She hit her head enough times she couldn't remember anything else.
Well, see, I was gonna say the only difference between you and Adam is that Adam ate more crayons than you, so he got smarter.
Oh, that was the secret. I didn't like the yellow ones. I don't know.
That's what has
That's
the most
the color
power.
pasta, dude.
Oh,
It's the smartest.
You've been eating the wrong crayons the whole time.
fuck. Stupid pink and green ones. Giving me diarrheas.
The parents go in.
Green is the color of diarrhea. You should know
Oh,
this.
I was a boy.
Parents go in, they see the diarrhea, they're like, he's not eating the yellow crayons. I don't know what to do.
They take him to the pediatrician. We keep telling him to eat the yellow ones.
They're like, your son's a
doesn't
lost
like 'em.
cause. I don't know.
Just don't like the lemon flavor.
Too tart.
No, I still put like Lego pieces in my mouth when I was in elementary school. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
For the sake of comedy.
Comedy in the pit.
Speaking of marbles on the roller coaster and trying to eat them, there's literally a Key and Peele sketch I watched like 2 days ago about that.
Oh, the
About-
marbles in the interview room.
Yeah, it's like this guy
Yeah.
who's like interviewing for like a law firm, it's like a big shit deal job. It's like a guy, it's like a jar of marbles, and Key keeps fucking like looking at him, and they turn like all angelic, and this like, beautiful music starts playing, and he's just like, and it feels like, stop. What are you doing? He's like, I just really wanted to know what this marble would feel like in my mouth. It's just like so beautiful. And at some point, and then he like turns his back or whatever, and then he just like grabs a handful, and he's just like, and then he turns back, he's like, do you have the marbles in your mouth? Anyways, I'm just reiterating fucking Key and Peele, but
It
it's
ends
good.
with
Watch it.
it ends with him dying, and
Yeah, he
there's,
chokes on the marble.
Yeah.
And then Peele goes like, they fell for it again. The old marble. You know, because that's normal.
I actually have not seen all of Key and Peele, and I feel like I'm missing some really good bits.
They have
I've been
good
rewatching
bits.
a lot of
They have
it.
great
And a
bits.
lot of them are pretty bite-sized, pretty like, you know, not like a 10-minute, 20-minute bit that you have to get
watched,
into. It's like
I watched
3
like
minutes. Done.
5 of them before work in the morning.
Is this
good.
before or after the meme time?
This is
Yeah.
before meme time.
Okay.
See, okay, so I watch Key and Peele or like a short YouTube video or something before work. I go to work. When I get to work, I have like 15 minutes before I clock in. That's meme time.
Yeah, that's where at 8 in the morning when I'm at work, I just get 10 fucking memes all in a row.
Yeah, and
You
then-
love it.
And then right afterwards, Adam will come into my room and be like, "Look what Sam just sent me."
The consistency is staggering. You are more consistent than anyone at my work is about anything ever for any reason.
Yeah, your meme game is actually pretty strong, Sam.
Dude, here's the thing. I go through r/dank memes, which is
Oh,
a-
r/.
they're dank,
not just
confirmed.
memes. See, that's my
No. Here's the thing. r/dank memes is a shit subreddit. They fucking suck. But like every 30th meme is like if I visually smile and I can feel myself smile, that's when it goes to the boys.
That's pretty good.
Every once in a while, one of them like kills me, and there's like someone else in the break room, but I like gotta keep my composure, and it's really hard.
They
I'll
they
never-
post a lot of anti-jokes there, which is kind of
Yeah, fucking
it's a bit disappointing.
r/dank memes. Get your shit together. You suck. You fucking suck.
It's like
That's
the,
where
the-
you get your quality memes.
But there should be more, like 1 in 30, 1 in 50. It's gotta be better than
I
that. They
know.
can do
But
better.
That's like what my TikTok ratio is, though, too.
It's kind of everything. You're right. You got to filter through the bullshit to get to the good stuff. I'm complaining. That's just how it works. But
well, especially in like Reddit, every like little subreddit becomes its own little sounding board, and they not sounding board, it's just echo chamber,
yeah,
and so
No, it makes
it becomes like it just becomes its own culture, so it becomes like less accessible, and then the jokes of that culture is only funny to that culture, and then you come up from the outside and you're like, even if you get it, you're like, it's not that funny.
Yeah, like there's like some weird subreddit I think you showed me about water, and I'm like,
Ah,
I'm like-
hydro homies.
I'm like, why? Like some of that stuff
What?
you showed
Gotta
me,
stay
I was
hydrated, homies.
like, yeah, some of it I'm like, okay, this is kind of funny, and then some of it I'm like, this is way past.
Well, it's just like it's
Like-
just one joke
Yeah,
that is just
exactly.
continued on. It's just funny.
Excuse me, brother. Pass me that unit of bottle of dihydrogen monoxide liquid.
Emily, let me ask you something. Have you ever
For anyone who doesn't know, Hydro Homies is a subreddit where they give up all of their fluids except drinking water, and it just perpetuates from there, from all level of humors and jokes and memes and shit.
There's a lot of
It's-
good information
it's
on there about
for-
how much water you should actually drink to be healthy.
It's actually pretty cool.
They actually they're like, okay, hang on, hold up a second, boys. Let's
Hydro
actually
Homies.
like break this down.
Yeah, there's some scientific stuff on there. It's good.
Emily, have you ever heard of the subreddit Helicopters with Arms?
What the fuck? Oh god.
It's fucking awesome.
To go back to water though, have you seen those bottles that have like
This
how much
isn't
water you should
real.
drink
It's-
each time of the day?
Totally real.
And it's like too much water.
Helicopters with Arms.
I
So
found out about that. I was like, that's just
Oh
stressful.
god.
I have that's a microphone.
Oh.
You know what?
It's a
Close enough.
helicopter with arms.
It's bench pressing sick iron, dude.
I'm disappointed
Right,
that I
here,
knew what that
there's another
subreddit
here.
was ahead of time. But also, I just got a 40.
Oh my
I almost said
god.
40-pound hydro flask.
This is so stupid.
It's what? It's helicopters with arms.
Oh yeah.
I prefer
the
birds with arms,
Victoria's
but-
Secret
Yeah,
helicopter
he's
with
got arms. It's awesome. Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't even know what you guys were fucking talking about.
Nothing.
I was just letting that
I
rip.
gotta love the a Putin copter.
Is that wide Putin walking? Oh no, it's wide Putin swimming.
Oh.
I hope people know
I
what
think
wide
we already
Putin
talked
is.
about this on the podcast.
Jesus.
Wide
No,
Putin?
maybe not.
Oh.
And you remember talking about it
Anyways,
again?
that's
There's definitely a guy that I found online that was a taxidermist, and he would make animals into drones.
Oh yeah.
Did we talk about this? one?
Foxacopter.
I think we did talk about
I
that on
think
the
we- okay.
podcast.
Anyway.
If not, then
Yeah, he turned like cats. He like took his dead cat and turned it into a drone.
Like, did he put all of the electronic shit like inside of the cat? or
it's an
It was
operating
taxidermy,
drone.
so the cat's dead. He just stretched the arms out wide and put blades on the end of it. It's that's the thing that exists.
Oh yikes! Oh, that's
It's really disturbing, but also the funniest shit.
yikes.
I'm pretty sure we talked about it. So if we did, you should just watch all of our podcasts.
That is. I
Do you
don't
mind?
know how to feel about that.
Do you mind?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm
You're
plugging.
shameless plug. Yeah, go
Shameless.
ahead. Yeah.
Shameless.
Yeah, you're not ashamed. It's go ahead.
You're right. I mixed it up. Anywho, you should watch all our podcasts to hear us talk about the drone. And what were you talking about? Your how to stupid hydro flask?
Is 40 ounces, and I try to drink 2 of those a day. I don't know if that's the right amount, but
I was on like the drink a gallon a day train for a while, but my problem is I would like watch a movie and like drink it all during the course of the movie, and then I had to pee like 18 times in a day.
yeah,
Yeah.
Don't do that. Hydro homie.
The
Don't
general
do
the
it.
general rule of thumb I've heard is if you're thirsty, drink water, and you'll basically be fine.
that's a good
No
rule
way,
of thumb.
dude.
My body wants something. I will deprive it.
Yeah, right, body.
Like a
you
millennial
idiot.
avoiding self-care.
Oh, true.
Oh, that's deep. And that's not an original joke, so I can't take credit for it.
Yeah, whatever.
Giving you all the credit.
Okay.
Yeah, but actually, genuinely, I've heard that's actually a good rule of thumb. It's just when you're thirsty, drink. So
I mean,
That's the logic.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I don't drink enough water. My logic is stupid, but I drink like 2.5 cups of coffee like every weekday,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is mostly water.
I know.
it
it's like-
is.
It's a liquid.
But like,
The
Isn't
caffeine.
It's also a diuretic, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true. And doesn't the caffeine dehydrate you? Just in general.
Yeah.
There, I don't know if it's the caffeine, but
It's like
It's the
this
coffee
is
or the
technically
caffeine?
mostly water, but like,
I think it's the
is it
caffeine.
water?
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I've been finding out in the mornings. I like drink coffee, and I'm like, why am I still thirsty? And then I drink water, and I'm like, that's fucking why.
Oh, dude, some days I'll get home from work and I'll just like drink like a sip of water, and then I'll have like 3 glasses of water. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, I'm just ravenous for
Yeah, but
water.
you're a monster. You just drink liquid like it's nothing.
I do. I have a drinking problem, but not like an alcoholic. I have always been just like ever since I've gone to a restaurant and been able to like hold a glass of something, it's bothered me to have like a glass of liquid in front of me that's not like finished. I don't know what it is. I'm like compulsive. Like if I go to a restaurant, I'm like 4 glasses of water deep before I leave. Like
Hey, people
easily.
did this in
Wow.
college.
Sounds like you really need to inquire on the Hydro Homies page.
I'm reaching out to my Hydra homies right now.
Yeah.
Fucking film. What's wrong with me? But yeah, I'm like
They would say nothing.
They would say nothing.
that's fair.
Yeah, unless you switch that water out for soda, which you would also chug in the same amount of time.
I don't like soda though.
Unless
really.
it's ranch
I'm not like a big soda
soda.
guy.
I love me a good soda. Soda hits different. It's bubbly and sugary.
I was gonna mention something. This whole 1 soda a month thing that I was doing for a while, I haven't done that for like a couple months.
So what you're saying is you need to like load up on the sodas.
No, I'm just saying I don't really miss it anymore.
Oh, so okay. So you were doing like you were only drinking 1 soda
Yeah,
per month.
so-
I remember that. So like you haven't drank soda all for a few months, or you've been like
for
drinking
a
more
few
than
months.
one?
Well, no, like for a few months I,
I just
haven't
don't.
had
I
any.
kind of have like a no soda policy.
I say this,
like
but
it
I
or
just
just
drank a tea.
Because it's unhealthy.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Soda is like
I-
one of the worst things you can do to yourself.
I drink soda on the weekends. That's my... And if I'm drinking, I'll use for like mixers and stuff. But like, I try not to drink soda during the week.
Soda with mixers doesn't count as a real soda.
You're right.
All right, I'll take that.
But I
Still seems like alternative.
Everyone's getting trashed every single night. Like, not real soda.
I mean, back when I was in high school, that's when I started like really getting into coffee. Our high school was like right across the street from a Starbucks. That was fucking dangerous.
That is dangerous.
I had like a mocha every day, sometimes twice a day, and it started like during my later high school years, I started getting like jitters super bad, and like I got really bad heart rate, and that kind of carried over with soda, and like the carbonation on soda also like started fucking with me real bad. So I like stopped drinking. I used to drink soda a lot, like in high school when we were like kids. But yeah, I jumped off that train like hardcore. I don't drink sodas unless it's like I'll come over here every once in a while, and if you guys have like those good like traditional bottled Cokes, then I'll drink those. But I'm just like not a big soda
Cane sugar.
anymore.
When's the last time you've had an energy drink?
Oh,
I don't do
long
energy
time.
drinks.
Long
exactly.
time.
They're disgusting, in my opinion. I think
They're
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 gross.
super gross.
I haven't
yeah.
had one that I've liked the flavor of, so
Yeah.
like I tried Red Bull one time. That's disgusting. I don't even think I've had. Excuse me. I don't even think I've had an energy drink.
like a full energy
I don't
drink.
think I've ever sat down and had it.
I don't think I have either. Like, I think I
haven't.
tried like a Monster one time, and I was like, "This is like one of the most disgusting things I've ever had."
Oh, I
For
had.
caffeine, if you need it, and the sugar. some of them, it depends.
Are we including Four Loko in this conversation?
Okay, Four Loco's completely different.
This is like the soda has a
Yeah,
chasing.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So, like, here's the thing: Four Loco, like, come on, like, you're a freshman, you can't get, much alcohol elsewhere. You gotta go to
cheap
your
drunk.
people. It's $4, and it gets you fucked up. Why? It's just, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting, and I will not drink it anymore because I have a good paying job. But,
I can
but
afford normal
I'm a
beer.
goddamn adult.
Like PBR.
I will say, it is a God's gift when you are a freshman and have no money. And
That's amen.
That's what Sam and I did in college. We would like
We would sidewalk
we would
slam
get our
it.
paycheck
Oh.
from our college jobs. We would get normal beer, and then we'd get cheap beer, and then at the end of the month, when we didn't have any money,
You
we
get
would
the
get
Four
sidewalk
Loko.
slamming.
Yeah, sidewalk
For those of
slammers.
you who don't know, a sidewalk slammy is the greatest and most disgusting invention ever created by mankind. It is. So you take it's like
take a 40 ounce-
an 18 ounce
For-
Four Loko.
40?
For you.
No, is it Four Loko 40? No, I know there's a 40 ounce like beer or malt liquor or whatever.
Oh, you're saying that
How much Four Loko is there?
you drink half of the big beer, and then you pour Four Loko in the big beer bottle, and then you drink the rest of that, and then when you're done, you're supposed to take the glass bottle and slam it on the sidewalk. Sidewalk slammy. Drink responsibly, please.
The thing is, they don't put them in glass bottles, really.
It depends. Yeah, you're right.
Well, some of them. The PBR 40s are in glass bottles.
I think it's a dated thing.
I guess
But-
there's not a specific liquid quantity that you're supposed to meet.
Yeah. Anyways, it's like $7.50, and it'll get you fucked up for a night. So it's a good option. It's a good
Yeah.
cheap
We're
drug.
not endorsing it.
No.
But we're not endorsing it.
Oh man.
Sidewalk Slammies were like a last ditch effort, like if you need to go to a party.
Up until the point where
Exactly.
people discovered the 151 mixers, and then that was not good.
Just all of it's bad. All of those like
Sketchy
ideas.
college drinking.
No, well, I mean, it was more along
That's
the,
just the drinking.
it was more along the
Then there's
lines.
the drugs.
Okay.
The what?
It was more like we didn't have a lot of money for a lot of hard liquor, so we go to the store and you know, we're math boys. We were all math boys in college. So we're like, what is the highest?
You were, brother.
The highest
Highest alcohol content,
And
lowest
lowest
price.
And you know, of course, we go to Everclear, and we're all like, I probably don't want to put that in my body. And then we look
No.
one notch down at 151. We're like, maybe that's good enough. And so we take it home, and there was one night where we took shots of it before we went out. So if you take a straight shot of 151, it will burn your esophagus, burn your stomach. That's kind of expected. It will continue to burn for like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say hours, and they're like, he's not gonna say hours, and then you said hours, and I got worried.
That was a very miserable night. Talking to people
yikes.
was like, it was like listening to things through like just an incredible din of other noises, and you couldn't really see the person. You were just sitting there like, my entire existence is on fire.
Jesus.
And then we mixed it with Arizona iced tea and would chill it in the fridge. And that was actually really good, just doing a 1-to-1 ratio, and it would get you...
Wait, 1-to-1?
You would get...
An iced tea to a 151
sloshed.
ratio?
Who
1 to
would,
1?
buddy?
Sloshed.
Damn.
Yeah, you would like smell it and get sloshed.
The funny
1-to-1?
The funny thing is, after you chilled it, it was not that bad. And
Is that the secret?
That's the secret. And you remember the twins, Brady, who was one of our roommates at the time, chugged one. It's like, dude, that's fantastic. I can't taste the alcohol. Grabs 2 and dips off while I'm explaining to him, there's 151 in that. You shouldn't drink those. He's gone.
You
at this
couldn't even
point.
taste it in the Arizona tea? Oh, that's dangerous.
I feel like Arizona tea is not even that good of a
That's scary.
mixer.
It really isn't.
Like, it's
And
really
what's,
light.
What's terrifying
No, but
is
it's super sugary.
it is super
That's fair. That's fair.
There, you probably it's probably enough sugar, right?
He downs these 2 things in the course of 30 minutes. And as we're about to go out to the parties that we're going to see, we go into his room, and he's face down in the bathroom, passed out, near the toilet, hand in the cat's litter box, other hand is like in the shower. The shower's on, so clearly he was trying to take a shower. He didn't die.
That's good.
But when we all walked in there, we thought he did.
Holy
Fuck.
shit. That's
I
nuts,
think
man.
you checked on him.
We didn't make mixers with 151 anymore.
No.
I bet. That's a turning point.
See, that's a calculated risk. I think with Four Locos,
That's a cookie. Emma's
Yeah.
been running
Not
the
very
numbers.
but
Emily's
it's
gonna
like-
counterpoint
Not very
this
well
shit right now.
Right,
calculated,
it
but
was
calculated.
not a very well one, but it's like at least with Four Locos, I think it was like you're fucked up enough that you're having a good time, but not like enough that you're like in a cat litter box.
Yeah,
was
like
the
we went sidewalk
Strict
slamming it.
responsibility. No,
Sidewalks-
I'm not getting
Well-
sidewalk slamming. Again.
No. But like we would sidewalk slamming, and that would be like a good level. We wouldn't get obliterated.
I
on
couldn't
sidewalk
finish
slamming.
a sidewalk slamming.
I finished them every time.
Yeah, well, you're a monster.
Well-
True. Yeah.
I was real good in college at hitting my level
Yeah.
and just
You're a good
You
boy.
stopping.
are a party animal, but you know this is why we were roommates.
I'm not a good boy. Yeah. True. Oh yeah. How do we know each other? Emily was my roommate, and we were like friends of the same friend group, and we became friends too late. Honestly,
We did.
It took us too long.
We should have been friends way earlier in college.
Also, us too. You and me.
Also, Adam,
Adam is also a friend of friends, and these two are in a house together and in a relationship.
kind of like
The
each
house
other.
first before the...
It's the most recent like update in your guys' lives.
We got the
so-
house first, and then we decided to start dating.
That's not true. I know that's not true.
It's not even like we bought that.
You started
You
squatting.
guys just
Why
ran
in
into.
the house?
Who the fuck are you?
Why are you in here?
I know you.
You guys were like both like coming at each other with heroin needles. Like,
You better back off. Wait, I kind of like you. Let's defend this property again. And then
if the
all
cops
this
show up,
comes-
we'll book it. Hand in hand to the
If
sunset.
the cops show up, you just tell them you're emperor of the property. They're like,
Oh,
carry on, sir.
My liege.
And then I call dispatch. They're like, dispatch, there's a new emperor on this property. Can you write that shit down?
Get that shit in the logs.
We
You
should
know
know
what makes
these
this
things.
mistake twice.
Yeah.
And this is what I've been living with for the past 2 years.
It's your favorite.
That was mostly.
You're right, it is. You make
Yeah.
life interesting, all of you.
Emily was also my roommate for like a year and a half. Yeah. It was the worst time of my life.
Let's never talk about it.
Yeah.
And just like never talking about it, we should never talk about anything for the rest of this podcast because we've been going for about an hour. So, you want to close this out, host?
Sure.
Host Samuel? We
we have to
clap at
clap
the
right now?
beginning.
No, you can do another clap. You
Not
you
yet.
wi-
Hang on, Sam's gotta close it.
She's all wound up, dude.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Okay, hold
I think
it.
it's just-
Hold it. Thank you for watching the Is for Fun podcast. Keep holding it. You better keep that arm raised, goddamn you. Thank you for watching the Is for Fun podcast. The podcast that is for fun. We've been gone for a while, but we're back, baby. Yeah. It's been a
Did
good,
you guys have-
good
did you guys have
sesh.
fun?
Did you guys have fun?
I had
Yeah.
fun.
It was great fun. Are we
Keep that
ready?
goddamn arm up.
God, it hurts.
Who have you been?
I was Tommy.
Who have you been?
Fabio 1 or Adam?
Adam. I've been Sam, and you've been
Fabio 2 or Emily.
Emily. Close this the fuck out.
Close.
Oh, that first clap was way weaker.
I know.
You want to redo it?
Yeah,
you
redo
can't. You can't because
No!
one
Edit it in post! Edit it in post! Yeah!
That was better.
Good.
Killed it. Good.
Good.
And let's give it a grip. Good. You were so off, dude.
He wasn't feeling it.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Fabio, come back.
Bobby, come back. Oh.
That was good.
That's it, yeah.
I never want to do that again.
Okay.
We'll never have you.
No, it's fun. No, it's fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I hope to God everything.
Yeah, we were
5 minutes in.
Hey, thanks for watching the Is for Fun podcast. You did it. You made it to the end. You made it all the way to the end, you fucking jackass. We love you though. Thank you for watching us on YouTube, though. We have some other content. You should check it out on our channel. We are also on Spotify and iTunes if you just want to listen instead of looking at our beautiful faces. Or if you want to listen and also watch our content, that would be also dope. Check us out on social media for some extra behind-the-scenes content. And thanks again. See you later. Hit that bell to be notified. And hit subscribe to be notified as well. And then hit like because you fucking liked our shit. Thank you.